Welcome back to the JPT sub, everyone. Today I'm going to be installing the connection track, so I'll show you guys kind of what's going on, and then I'll put it in and we'll take a look at where we'll go from there. So I drilled the holes down here for the switch wire, for the wires for the turnout or points, depending on what you want to call it. Here, see a nice hole here. Started drilling a hole and I couldn't go through. Then I realized that's where the brace is underneath the layout on this end. So I actually had to come, I couldn't get to this side either because it's a double wide brace for the ends. So I had to come all the way over to here to get all the way through. So I cut a slice in the scenery, and I'll kind of hopefully be able to feed the wire through the slice here and down the hole there for the turnouts or points on this one. All right, so we've got our track. Let me grab our track here. All right, changing the angle a little bit there. So we've got our track here that's ready to go in. We're going to, I guess we'll start with this one. Actually, probably going to have to find my rod that I used to feed these through with, because it's a really tight fit on the hole there at the top. So stand by. All right, here we go. Let's see. We're just going to, I mean, it's going to look a little rough. You guys are probably going to be appalled, but this is what we're going to do. Oh boy. Doesn't want to go through there, which is not good. The screwdriver obviously goes all the way through, so not sure why that one doesn't want to go. See, it's getting twisted at the bottom there. So there it goes. Woohoo! All right, so we got that going. The next thing is I'm going to have to figure out if I can do this. That is, we're going to hopefully pry this up a little bit without making a mess. Yeah, we're going to do a little more scenery repair than we really wanted to here, but just make it a trough. And that's probably better anyway. That way I got plenty of room to work with there. So, all right, so we're going to connect our track here at this end. I need to move some of this stuff here. Definitely, I will say this, it comes out easier than it goes back in. However, that one is in, as I would want it to be. So a little bit, obviously it's a little springy, so I'm going to have to attach get the track pop back into place there. Should Turnout's going to turn. Yep, no issues there. Alright, other than tacking that track down and waiting it to dry, that'll get this end in place, and then we'll move over and do the other end here in just a minute. Alright, so then let's see what we can do about getting this end in without making too big of a mess here. So far I've accomplished my goal of not damaging any of this foreground scenery, but there is still plenty of opportunity here, folks. So I'm sure that went all the way through, so we'll yeah, definitely did not go all the way through that. There, now it did. All right, so here we go. And it does slip. There we go. All right, so we're going to plug in the switch in first here. Let's see if I can make this go back in without breaking everything. Look at that. That's exactly what we wanted to happen. Now we have to get this other end in place. And it's not cooperating quite. We have to take another piece of, get a little bit more of this loose. And that snapped in place, but not the correct way. One side went in, the other side didn't. Stuff's not as flexible as it looks. Of course, it's not meant to be, so I'm trying not to damage anything at the same time. And I managed to pull that one out. Ooh-wee, look at that. This little piece of something there needs to come out. Points work. There we go. We'll have to see how they work when they're plugged in, but all right. I know it doesn't look exactly perfect here at the moment, but once everything's kind of glued back in place, I think it's gonna work. So what do you guys think? We'll see what's next here. We're gonna let it dry, then we'll come back and look at it and see if we can run a train through it or not. Okay, well, I didn't do a lot of video, or probably no video of me working on scenery here after I put the track back in. As you can see, it pretty much looks like it's always been there now. There's still a few little touch-up things to do on this scenery part here, but it does serve its purpose, and we can run the 800 through it here, get a look at it. At us. So you can see even this the 800 with its long coaches and everything traverses this the new connection track pretty easily. I realized me installing some of that track looked pretty bad there, but it's in, it's operational, it's very smooth. Train's negotiated very well. In the background you can see the road crossings over there that I talked about. Let's move around and take a look at those. Okay, here we go, looking at the crossings. There's still some highway markings to add on. Everything this side of the train going by is installed and in place. Just needs markings. At some point I got to come back and mention it before. I want to add the operational crossing gates and stuff maybe, or even just some dummy ones for that point. I know there's a guy that sells on eBay, We Honest, that has a pretty cool setup that comes with sound and everything, and I think you could set it up to where it's just on, doesn't have to operate, but I could do that. We'll see. Along the edges of the road here, I still have a little bit of scenery touch up to do, but I kind of got the pink foam covered up there, so that's done. If you're a Chick-fil-A fan, you know, again, the cows on the billboard. I've not seen that on the other layout, but I always just thought it was really cool. But so yeah, that's where we are with this part here. So you can see, we'll come around here and can bring the 800 through again from this angle, and so you guys can see it from that direction here. Meanwhile, we got some regular small freights rolling on the other lines, and they're making it through the crossings and crossovers just fine. So you can tell that's actually a little sharp for that train, and it almost looks like it has a bit of an S curve in it, but it really doesn't. So it's just a little bit of a straightaway there. So there we go. Going back. And I get with a lot of people use Flex Track, Pico, Atlas, Micro Engineering, all the different kinds out there. But for this layout, I've been using Kato Unitrack and wanted to stick with that. I've been terribly happy with it, and obviously I found the right pieces to make it work. One thing is, if you watch Ian Zengage, he's been doing a series on cleaning track, on the NOx and how it keeps track clean and stuff. That's one thing about Kato track. They put some kind of magic in the alloy there that I rarely ever have to clean track. Even the track that I don't use. So you saw the 800 pull in and out there where it's parked. Until I put this connector track in, there was like almost no traffic on that section of track. I would set out cars here and there, but that would be about it. And I didn't think about it at all. I just once I put it in, put the test train on, I ran it, and no issues. And I don't even remember the last time I cleaned that track. So with the other track, I know. My old layout before this one had Atlas track on it, and I constantly was cleaning that track. So as far as that part goes, that's a big win for Kato Unitrack. So, and it's easy to use, and not to say it's not right for everybody. It was right for me, and future layout or expansions of this layout, I probably will still use it, but you never know. All right, and with that, I'm going to wrap this video up. Next video should be the end of the month layout update and whatever new arrivals or announcements we have at that time. And we'll probably look at the other crossover that I put in and see how it looks when it's done. I'm still working on reballasting that area over there. a couple other little touch-up things that need to be done. So again, I thank you guys for watching, and I'm gonna leave you with a couple more shots of these freights rolling by, and hope y'all have a great night or day whenever you're watching. Enjoy.